line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing TV. We are live here tonight for the Pottlez Racing League ARCA Series Season 2 action, Week 5, being brought to you, of course, by our great sponsors. Of course, we will get over them here in just a little bit here in just a minute. But first, let's get down to business here. Give a quick word to the sponsors. Thanks to Matt Mills Racing, Mid-Cities Air Conditioning and Heating, Affordable SEO and Marketing, Amber's Floral Creations, Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts, SimRacingMerch.com, and Pottlez Wrapz representing here tonight for our Pedal to the Metal Racing League Series here tonight, being brought to you on here by PTM Racing TV. Let's start them up here and get you guys aware who is going to be where tonight. On our first starter will be the 7 of the closer, Cindy Taylor. And to her outside will be Robert Kahn in the 21. Row 2 will see Caleb McCarthy in that 24. And to her outside, that'll be the 3 of Lance Brandlinger. Row 3 will see Jonathan Atkins in that 17. To his outside will be 13 of Cooper Rollins. Row 4 sees the 11 of Warren Young. And to his outside, last week's feature winner, Matthew Hofford in the 84. The late models feature, late models that is anyway. Dustin Sloanaker in the 66, and his outside, the 20 of Jeffrey Oakes. The 999 of Ian Yeager, and his outside will be the 55 of Shane Ledoux. The 5 of Chantel, the throttle bottle, and to her outside will be Dustin Rouse in the 30. The 44 of James Griffin, the 16 of Christopher no shift, don't call him Pitt Pendle, and Brian Ripper in the 88. Round out your field of drivers here tonight. And as we get them running down around here, we'll get them situated out here and ready to go. Folks, come on in. Join us on in if you will. We'd love to have everybody tuned on in with us. There is a lot of racing to be had here. There's a lot to go down. Sean Travers joined us on in. So is Candace B. McCarthy. It's great to have everybody on board here tonight. They will get one little lap around before we initiate a green flag result. This looks to be a good battle between some of the heavy hitters here. A lot of drivers here still looking for that first race win of the season and some elusive coveted points to move into the rest of the season. And as we come on by down and around out of turn 3, we'll go into turn 4 here, and the cars will line up for the spot. These ARCA cars and these ARCA drivers have been battling all season long for you guys at home, and definitely been trying to give a show every time out. Let's see if they can continue the hot streak. We're getting ready to set them green. They wait for the green flag before it comes on out. Out of turn 4 they go. Here they're all lined up, ready for it. Green flag flies. We're underway. And apparently so are the sticky keys tonight. Through and through they go here, down and around out of turn 1 here. Cindy Taylor to the inside already. Bows it on down with the 21 there, the 47 I should say, of Robert Kahn. The Rattlesnake already trying to hide him on by down to the outside line. He comes on through. Crossover move descending to the bottom. Here comes the Rattlesnake. Robert Kahn on a mission here tonight after what happened at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight. He's out for blood. He wants to finally end this curse he's been in and get himself a race victory. If he's going to do it, he's going to try to do it here tonight. These drivers are working on the iRacing default setup, which means the setup is going to be a very strong setup to start, but it can wear down really quick, and it gets pretty ugly later in the series, so they have to kind of play it safe and run their own line and run their own position and hope everything else sticks to it. Lance Brandlinger in the number 3, Gut Wrench Machine tries to defend off the Mid-Cities air conditioning and heating machine of Caleb McCarthy for the pride of Texas in her home track. Her home state, that is looking to try to get her first win in the ARCA series. If she's going to do it, what a way to do it than here on her home track. The 17 there of Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins in that Indy Deluxe 17 machine. Looking to try to work them on down and around here, get some momentum built on in. These guys work them on by as well. The ladies of our field still on a mission here to stay in this one. Who has Warren Young and the 11 Monster Energy machine that battles up with the number 20 there, Budweiser, Dale Earnhardt Jr. tribute of Jeffrey Oakes. To give you guys just an idea of how big this track is and what they are working on, usually these ARCA cars, I know they're used to running more on small tracks, but tonight they are running on a big track, and just like what you saw last night with the flyby series, really is no need for braking or anything like that. It's all just full throttle assault and run your line if you need to, and hope to God everything else sticks to it. As they continue on by it around out of turn 4 here, Matthew Hoffer in the 84 Red Bull machine looking to get some run going here, looking to get some timing paced on in. Bolted pretty wide open, he does here. Chantel the throttle bottle in that 5 machine now working on by to get up to the 30. We got some smoke going now. Looks like everyone is okay. Nobody spins it on through here. Dustin Rouse now being challenged up there by the throttle bottle. 5 looking to get to the inside line. She did not qualify the way she wanted to. Dustin Ralph has always been a contender when he comes out and out. But tonight he said to me earlier, I just want to try to make way with what I got and do with what I need to and hope everything else works later. Battled on back and around they go here around out of turn 2 here. The inside goes Chantel, the 30 of Dustin Ralph opens the door up, and like the thief in the night, Chantel opens up and takes it. Sometimes you gotta let her rip and just get it going here every time you get that chance and get that moment. They're coming in out of turn 4 here. Jeffrey Oakes now has leaned his way up to the 3 of Lance Brantlinger in the gut wrench. Number 3, Dale Earnhardt Senior Tribute. While Cindy Taylor there in that 7 might have burnt the tires in a little too soon, I think. Already lost ground in time, and she's getting put further and further back into the pack here. As you work them on through to that back straightaway here. Well, this is a familiar sight. Kayla McCarthy to the inside here of Robert Kahn. That's 47 of Robert Kahn trying to defend off the outside line there from McCarthy. McCarthy stays to the inside line looking for a momentum run and a boost. Continues it on through here. The Pride of Texas told me earlier today this is her home track. I don't want to disappoint my fans, my family out there. I have to win tonight. If there was a track I needed to win on, it was this one. And she is definitely on a mission right now. But the problem is she's got to try to find a way around the old rattlesnake himself in the Mopar 47 machine. Here comes that Indy Custom Works RC car of 17's Jonathan Atkins. Big smoke to the inside. He's got a run there on Robert. Now passes on by McCarthy. The front straightaway they go here. They carry the momentum through. Sidney Taylor looking for an opening and might have found it. While Jonathan Atkins now goes to the outside line looking to play a maneuver like Robert Kahn just did a minute ago. On through they go. The back straightaway here. Now Cindy Taylor right in the sight, right in the line of area. Looking to try to build it on in to get something going here. McCarthy desperately trying to defend her off. 2 big, tough females going at it here. These are not drivers you want to take on at any time, much less any man wants to take on. And they are absolutely heading at each other right now, throwing some haymakers. But it looks like McCarthy, for the moment, has the early advantage here. Looks like Shane Ledoux in that 55 machine kind of getting put back a little bit here. Currently into the way of lap traffic here in a minute. 15 cars have scheduled in with us tonight. As Jonathan Atkins right now the outside line looking for a run, looking for a momentum boost. Not giving up that line, not giving up that position down the front straightaway here. I've always loved calling these Texas races because you never know what to expect and they can always be a good show. So far, the ARCA series has not disappointed. If you go back and watch, of course, the Fast and Fun Grills Truck Series, if you go watch those Fast and Fun Truck Series for the Green Mountain style anyway, you'll know they also have a pretty good battle here. And then just a couple of days ago, the Champion Power Equipment Cup Series was here, and man, did they put on a show. As right now, speaking of a show, a 3-wide salute almost initiated, but that gave the door up. Jonathan Atkins had to make a move around Shane Ledoux. Robert Kahn had to back off and try to save his car there from any more mishaps. And that unfortunately ended up costing him more time than he wanted to. But Robert Kahn, man, he is back on the attack, back on the inside line. I believe we already had about 5 lead changes so far. We'll make this to 4. Make it another 6. We're going through out of turn 4, I should say. And they on down around the front straightaway, kind of cutting the grass a little bit. Then Robert, you can see him trying to angle it off that tri-oval, trying to get some momentum to carry back on into the turn. They have to kind of back off in those corners a little bit, let the car settle in and try to get it centered up perfectly. That's exactly what he's doing right now, and it seems to be working. Jonathan Atkins, though, is not one to quit. He holds on for his lead. The rest of our field works on in. Lance Brandlinger in the 3 to Good Wrench machine trying to hold off that number 11 Monster Energy Beast of Warren Young. Warren desperately trying to hang it on by. Now and around he goes to the front straightaway. On they go here at around turn 1. They swing it on by. Warren Young to the inside line, making a jump to that move. He's going to try to pull it off here. Got a nice run going for him here. It's taking it on in. He's still on it. Warren now desperately trying to hold on through there. He can't quite get good. Lance Brandlinger can't quite get Warren back down on that bottom. And now he just opened the door up to the grave digger number 13 of Cooper Rollins. Rollins desperately trying to hang in there, trying to steal some momentum off of the 3 of Lance Brandlinger. Brandlinger desperately trying to get the tires settled in so he may accomplish a pretty good run here. But you can see the 13 of Cooper Rollins is really starting to hard charge it through as the females back at it, as well as the top spot. Cindy Taylor makes a move around out of turn 3, and right to the inside goes Robert Kahn yet again. The Rattlesnake looking to strike. The Rattlesnake looking to build up momentum here into the inside line as he brings it on down around out of turn 1. The 17 of Jonathan Atkins desperately trying to hold that outside line there from Robert, but Robert knows he can't quite clear him. Can the Mopar 47 machine get him this time around out of turn 3? He'll hold him on by. You can see them actually kind of laying off a little bit, each of them running harder than the other. But the biggest thing is that they're really just trying to save time, same ground on their tires, because those tires burn up real quick. And you can see Atkins, man, he is just holding on for what it's worth, but he does have 100 laps that he must complete. So does the rest of the field, so anything can happen at this point. You never know. Look at this now, bringing it on through here. Ledoux is getting passed on by everybody. The 999 of Ian Yeager currently in the top 10 spot right now, kind of making some moves and some headway here. If you guys haven't already kind of guessed what kind of scheme he's running tonight, he's running the now Cup Series champion Chase Elliott Mountain Dew number 9 machine, or as he puts it, the 999 Classic. Beautiful looking ride, beautiful looking machine. Here comes Chantel, the throttle Paul, now trying to make a move the inside line of Shane Ledoux here. Trying to make a pass here to get some time back from earlier. She will be successful. Dustin Rouse and Dustin Sonaker all following right behind her here. The 30 of Dustin Rouse, the 66 of Sonaker. Shane Ledoux in the wall there. You heard him kind of clinging a little bit. Trying to hold it off, trying not to call a caution. Keeps that one stable, but he is having all sorts of problems right now. Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pit Pendle. Looks like he's got some serious problems right now. Something has gone wrong with the 16 machine. I'm not sure what it is, but right now he is having a hard time holding on to that car. Something majorly wrong there. He's currently 16 laps down. I think he might have had a little suspension problem, for what I'm getting word from the chat here. Troubles with the suspension and troubles with the car itself, and it's unfortunately costing them a lot of time and ground here. Back on around out of turn 1. These guys still had it. I don't know how many times I'm going to call this tonight. Robert Kahn now finally having a little bit of a run in a headway around Atkins, but Atkins, even though he took the high side, he still ain't giving an inch to Robert. He says, you may be a rattlesnake, but there's one thing I do down here, is that I kill snakes for a living, so I'm taking this one away from you, buddy. He brings it on through the front straightaway here. If that was the photo finish, that would have been 100th of a second the distance to win. That is insane when you think about it, but that is the case here. Robert still to the bottom, Atkins to the high side. You can see that run there. Both drivers still side by side. I don't think they've left that position for quite a while here. Rodney Christensen has joined us on in, saying, watching live, good racing. It's good to have you on board, sir. It's also good to have Cameron Whistler join us on in. Welcome to the show, sir. On down that front straightaway here, they bring him on down and about. Here they are still at odds with one another. Neither driver wanting to quit, neither one wanting to give. And Atkins now finally seems to have a little bit more of a run there away from Robert. He'll try to defend him off. Robert maybe just trying to get a draft off him there. The rest of our field currently just kind of tempoing themselves out here, I think, because of the way the car is and the way it's set up. You're not going to see a lot of hard charging car runs here from anybody. You're going to see more consistency based off their driving style and habits. That seems to be the case here. Lance Braylon and Cooper Rollins will battle it out as we go back to commercial messages here. We'll be right back here with some more PTM Racing TV, Pedal to the Metal Racing League here on PTM Racing TV. Tonight's race is brought to you in part by our good friends over at Matt Mills Racing Team. The best Xfinity team out there is sponsoring and supporting Pedal to the Metal Racing League this season. If you want to support Matt Mills Racing today, be sure to follow them up at Matt Mills Racing on Facebook and Twitter. Over at Mid-Cities Air Conditioning and Heating. Ever find yourself in need of a little bit of heating and cooling you need to be fixed in Keller or Richland, Texas? Step on over to Mid-Cities Air Heating and Cooling for a troubleshoot. They'll get the job done right the first time. Buy affordable SEO and marketing. With services provided like web design, pay-per-click advertising, logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pens, candy, and more. It's time you outrank your competition online today. And by Amber's Floral Creations. Amber's Floral Creations, if you're looking to serve some special flowers to that special someone, be sure to visit and call up Amber's Floral Creations at 321-228-3135. And as they bring him on back around here, it looks like Cooper Rollins still trying to catch up there a little bit, but it looks like the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks now starting to build up a little bit of time here, kind of getting some ground up here on him. Seeing maybe he's got something here for him as they bring him on around. Not quite there just yet, but you can see we're going to go on the onboard camera here. I want you guys to take a close listen on how they hit turn 3 and 4. Whoa! Jeffrey Oaks a little loose there. Saves it, but just barely, but he's going pit side here. I was just about to say, take a listen to how they handle turn 1 and turn 2 compared to how they do turn 3 and 4. We'll go on board with our race leader here, which would be Jonathan Atkins, and we'll show you what we're talking about right here. You hear him kind of tempoing that car out, kind of setting it up for the corner. Watch them kind of get a hard charge there, get a momentum build up. Now listen to this. You notice how much they have to back off the throttle and really let the car roll into the turn and then come on down around, and then they can get a hard charge there. The 48 there, James Griffin brings it on back there in the Planters 48 machine. Through and through we go, the 44 I should say, not the 48, but as they come on down around here out of turn 1 or 4 I should say. The 17 there, Jonathan Atkins still on his mission, on his game. Last time we saw him, it was at New Smyrna, and he had a heck of a battle to the end. But unfortunately, on the second to last lap, I think he did the only thing I've ever seen a driver ever do, and I've done it before on New Smyrna, and that's literally go in turn 4, overcharge it, and the car gets loose and loses it, costing him and McCarthy the race win. Open the door up there. And speaking of opening the door up, Robert Kahn and Jonathan Atkins have gone in pit side here. Fuel strategy looks like they got to go in for. And Cindy Taylor, she's still got a pretty good headway of momentum here. She's kind of, looks like she's going to lead them on by. And if I had to guess, she's probably going to pit on in this next time through. Cooper Rollins, though, in that 13 Gravedigger machine, he's starting to fight back here a little bit. Not one to take any scruff is he. The Gravedigger machine is still on his game, doing what he can here. But it looks like he's starting to get a little loose there, starting to lose momentum, so I was presuming he's going to go in pit road here. Got to be careful of those cars. One wrong move and you're going down for a slide. Cindy Taylor and Rollins have gone in. The Planters 44 of James Griffin currently 3 laps down as the former race leaders are back on out. They'll bring him on down around here, and I believe right now at the moment Dustin Slonaker is going to take the race lead away. Cindy Taylor in second, and now she's coming out of pit side here, so she's going to have a pretty good charge of momentum coming up. Dustin Rouse and Chantel, the Throttle Pottle, though, are battling for second and third here. Through they go here, down around out of turn 3, back on in, down to turn 4 here. Rouse trying to hold on, and I think he's saying the car has not had enough. McCarthy saying the same thing. She's got a fresh set of tires and a lot of gas coming her way. Let's go on board here with her. Oh, that could be a 3-wide salute situation there. Nice move there by both drivers. The ladies getting nice moving around there out of Cooper Rollins, that 13 machine. They 3-wided out of turn 2, but they held line really well there. Cindy Taylor now getting charged up there by the 24 McCarthy. I think Taylor knows she's got to start kind of charging a little bit. Otherwise, this could be dangerous here for her to be passed up this quick. McCarthy right now desperately trying to build momentum back onto her toes and trying to see what she's got. Cindy and her going at it, turning around turn 1, back on in turn 2. We'd like to add that Cindy Taylor was recently a newlywed, so congratulations to you, ma'am. Hope the honeymoon was okay for them, and I hope they didn't cause too much trouble, considering it is 2020. And then again, what trouble else can we do around here? We've done too much around that. So as they continue on down around here, Jeffrey Oaks in that 20 machine still working it on in, still hauling it out. He's currently in third right now with Chantel going in pit side here as she comes on around. Maybe his pit strategy might have worked to his advantage a little bit better, while Robert Kahn and the old Rattlesnake got about 3 seconds away from Jonathan Atkins. Atkins came out of there pretty quick and smooth, I would say, but did he get the setup in there just right, I wonder? Nevertheless, he's still hard charging its way through. Currently up on the 12th spot of Ian Yeager in that 999 machine. Ian currently in his sights and getting in some serious headway here as he brings it on around. Could be interesting to see who's going to get the better of the two and who's going to get the one to outdo the other. Dustin Sonaker, man, he has just been kind of battling the demons every time out, but it seems like when he's come out and raced hard, he races pretty good, but that better as butter machine currently has not been in the top 5 or in the top 10 in quite some time. As the 30 of Dustin Rowse here getting passed on by there, Robert Kahn, the old rattlesnake himself, just kind of making his way through and kind of making his moves. The field is just working by here, just doing their own thing. Nobody seems to have the full advantage here. Well, back to the ladies right now. Top 5 battle it out here. McCarthy has been passed on by Cindy Taylor. They're taking over the 5th slot. McCarthy looking to try to get a hard charge back out of turn 1. Brown down around turn 2 they go here. Not a single caution has come on by yet. If you remember last night, folks, we didn't have a single caution when it came to the drivers that fly by with their ARCA series, and that was some good stuff there. Tonight, it seems to be the case, the same situation here. But we're not going to try to jinx anybody yet or try to get the curse out. Just saying, you know, right now it's pretty clean and pretty good. I'd say we're not going to have too many troubles here tonight. Take a look at this driver right here, Matthew Hoffer in the Red Bull 84. If it was just last Thursday, this man got his 2nd overall career win in Pedal to the Metal Racing League, his 1st on the asphalt circuit. The only other time he won was on the Dirt Stock Series when he won there at USA International, taking on some heavy drivers like McCarthy, like Chantel, like Dustin Rowse, even Jeffrey Oaks, and even yours truly here in the booth. He took me down pretty good there. I had a hard time catching him. Carry it through here. We go on by, down and around. Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pit Pendle after the little hiccup he had with the car there. It seems to have got it worked by, but he is still far away, long out of this one. If he doesn't get this figured out now, this might not be good for him. On board here with Dustin Rowse. I was talking to you guys earlier about how hard it is just to keep that steering wheel straight and secure. Well, right there it tells you all about it. You can hear Rowse, man, he's not trying to get on that throttle at all. He's just kind of trying to lay low, do his own thing, and kind of let the car do it, settle in. Which could work into his advantage, but at the same time, could also be a bit of a trouble area if he's not careful here. Well, right now everyone is currently a good position or two back away. Everyone's currently just kind of finding their own way and their own rhythm. One thing we talked about Texas before is that this track, it can wield some incredible moments and some incredible racing, but at the same time, it is a very hard track on the tires, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. This setup here tonight, the way the tires are set up and everything, it's basically set to where about 5 laps in, those tires start to really tighten up, and it gets pretty bad sometimes. So the main thing is just kind of lay low and let the car settle in. Or you could do a job that Atkins is doing right now, which is basically kind of give it a little bit of a 3/4 of the throttle in there on those corners and those tires, and the car will set in just fine, and it'll actually let it cruise for a while. Top 10 has been passed on by everyone behind that, and 14th is 2 laps and above down. And Christopher Pendle looks like, unfortunately, has called it quits. Car, unfortunately, not able to continue on, in a tough break there for No Shift. Don't ever call the man Pit Pendle. We got to cut to another quick commercial break, folks, before half time. We'll get right back with some more Pedal to the Metal Racing League. Tonight's race is also brought to you in part by our good friends over at Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts. Bob's Custom Trophies is supplying up the trophies for the winners of each season. If you're looking to get the best hardware set up your way, you got to visit up www.popscustomtrophies.com today. And if you guys are wondering what the heck I'm talking about, Well, let me give you a good idea of what we're talking about here. These trophies, each one will go to the winner of each series, and they are not small. They are heavy hardware, and they are absolute beautiful, gorgeous pieces of equipment. And that comes all the way from bobscustomtrophies.com, so thank you again to them. But if you guys aren't wanting trophies, they're selling gifts as well. So if you guys are looking to get a decoration for your friend or family today, be sure to visit them up at bobscustomtrophies.com. Over at simracingmerch.com, the one-stop shop for all your sim racing merchandise needs, including shirts, hats, mugs, and more. Be sure to visit simracingmerch.com today to get your sim racing swag on. And by Pottlez Wrapz. Looking to have your car, truck, vehicle match your style on the track? Then be sure to visit up Pottlez Wrapz for just that. At such a low and affordable price, you can get your creation brought to life on the track. So what are you waiting for? Visit Pottlez Wrapz today to bring your ideas to life. So as I continue on around, Robert Kahn now falling even further in the back here. Jonathan Atkins has actually got a 13-second lead on this one. He is absolutely blowing the field away, man. Just taking this one in stride and just not letting anybody get to him. The 999 of Ian Yeager going to have to do battle for that top 10 spot there with Dustin Sonaker in the 66 machine. Sonaker looking to try to make a big move here and finally start making moves when he needs to. He told me earlier today, man, I haven't been running as much as I want to, nor have I should have been. I need to change that. And he's been telling me earlier, like, I like this track, but I got to kind of slow down a little bit more than everyone else. I don't feel like it's going to help me much. Well, right now it doesn't seem to hurt him either because he's still hanging in there, still doing his own thing here. Through and through, he goes down around out of turn one here. Battle on back, around they go here. Everyone's still at odds with one another here. There's James Griffin, 7 laps down at the moment, unfortunately, because of the little head issues with the car, unfortunately. He's kind of put back in here a little bit. He's just kind of laying low for now, but seems to be working out all right. Dustin Rouse in that 30 machine, man, he's still doing pretty good for his own sake here. Okay, staying ahead of Chantel the Throttle Pottle in 12th right now. At Pottlez Wrapz, Matt Mills Racing, SimRacingMerch.com machine. And of course, all the other sponsors here that go with Pedal the Mill Racing League. She put onto her car and honor them. Carried around out of turn one, back on down out of turn two. Here, the 7 is Cindy Taylor. Now has a little bit of company on her right because now this is the 3 of Lance Brainley that we're on board here right now. Hard charging it right through down and about out of turn 3, back on in turn 4. You can see how straight Lance is keeping that wheel. Yeah, it's kind of moving around a little bit, kind of moving and dive, but the more he can keep that thing still and stable, the better run he can carry through with it. And that's exactly what he's doing right now, just kind of hanging on for it. If you guys are still tuning in and watching with us, be sure to follow us up. Like and follow us up here on Facebook, over on Twitter as well, and then on YouTube, we'll have the race and all that in its glory on YouTube later on. Be sure to subscribe there to see all that. Robert Kahn now battles it back here with the 24 of Caleb McCarthy. McCarthy has taken over the 4th slot. Robert currently a lap down at the moment because of that little pit stop he had to make there. Not exactly what he wanted to do in this case, but sometimes you have to do that to get a feel of the car and get it situated out. A little bit of history from Thursday night, unfortunately, between McCarthy and Robert Kahn. I talked with McCarthy and Kahn earlier. They said, yeah, we've always had a rivalry in heat, but man, that night, I think we were just a little too hard on each other. And, you know, Charlotte was no joke. It was a fun track to run. I loved running those late miles, but, you know, I wanted that win more than anything. He did too, and we just ended up tagging each other. And it ended up giving the win to Matthew Hoffert, giving his very first career race win. As they battled on back right now, Jeffrey Oaks, man, he's starting to make some moves here, trying to get back up there with the 13 of Cooper Rollins. This is the battle for 5th at the moment. Rollins right now doing everything he can to hang on to the bottom line, steal his own show here, while the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks is desperately trying to find a way around that. Halfway into this one here, folks. Better not tune out yet. You know, the biggest thing that I've noticed that with these drivers is just, the fact is they're really trying to not burn those tires in too quick. The problem is a lot of them are driving so hard that it kind of gets into your head a little bit. It's like, if I don't drive harder, I'm going to lose. But if you drive too hard into this, you're going to have more issues than you're going to have good come up, and that's always been kind of a key factor when everyone races you. Cindy Taylor right now battles it on through here with Chantel, the throttle Pottle, up to the high side she goes, gets into the wall a little bit. See, maybe there's some damage up on the side there. Looks like there is no damage, little bend dent in there. See it coming around out of turn one. Nope, no damage really. A little bump in the fender there, but I don't think it's going to really affect anything. Car looks okay. She looks all right, so she'll continue on through as they all chase down this man right here in that 17 machine. Jonathan Atkins, the big smoke himself, has the race lead, and by a good margin and a half, but he's saying he needs a pit stop, so he's going in pit road now. That will open the door up to Cindy Taylor to make her way by now. Right now, she's coming on through here. Lance Brandlinger, though, is not far out of this one either. But he's going in pit side as well. I think he's trying to play into the strategy Atkins is doing. That'll give Cindy Taylor the race lead again. I'll be honest, right now, the way field strategy is, the way pit strategy is, I'm kind of liking Cindy's strategy a little bit more. I think she's burning up a lot less and really making more of a situation. And that seems to be helping her quite a bit more, in my opinion. So we'll see if that plays out later. But right now, with the way the field's going and the way this has been going right now, everyone is still desperately trying to cling on for what they can here. As now this Indy's Custom Works machine of Jonathan Atkins now going to get that 17 machine out and about again. Got Ian Yeager to that outside line now, building on by. Trying to get a run there on Atkins to get past him here and get his lap back. The only problem with that is if Atkins gets another chance at him here, he's just going to get past again. Through and through they come down around out of turn 4, maybe slowing him down ahead actually. Yeager doing his own thing, just kind of running his line here, but that definitely slowed down Atkins a bit. Robert Kahn now has joined it back through. Robert Kahn currently in the top 10 slots right now, currently trying to build up momentum and ground to catch back up into this one. Cindy Taylor in pit road here, and Kayla McCarthy has decided to stay on out. You can see her kind of slowing up a little bit though. I think she's trying to get a longer fuel run in that car compared to everybody else and try to work this one by them. Might be smart strategy, but again, they only get 5 tire changes. And I haven't seen anybody have to use the instant repair tonight, so they get 3 instant repairs as well. Cooper Rollins was in second. He's opting into pit road. That will give Warren Young and that 11 Monster Energy Beast the second slot now. As the rest of the field works it on by. Shane Ledoux in that 55 machine. The Mellow Yellow Menards going to try to hold it on the bottom as the 3 there of Lance Brandlinger makes a nice pass by. Warren Young doing what he can here on that back straightaway. Trying to hang with these guys, but it looks like he's slowing up because he's going to go into pit road here in a minute. Looks like fuel might become an issue if he's not careful, so he knows he's got to get it in there real quick and get fueled up. Only one time have I ever seen a driver actually go in to pit road with no fuel and somehow still get it in just in time to get fuel, tires, and everything. I still couldn't even believe it myself, and I think McCarthy's kind of falling into that headway too. I think she's starting to slow up maybe just a little bit, but I think she's trying to make a monkey out of me. I think she's trying to say, I know, I hear you over there, Crusader. I'm not giving this car up yet. Ninth place right now, Chantel throttle foul after that little bump into the wall there, a little scruffle. She does have some side skirt damage there, but I don't think that's going to really affect their aerodynamics or the stability of the car. As Dustin Rouse in that 30 and that 7 machine works it on by around the 90-99 of Ian Yeager. Yeager has to go back in pit side here. This is starting to get a little interesting, folks, because I'm not really seeing any possibilities or chances of a finish where we have to go to caution, and everyone else has been kind of working on through here. The 66 of Dustin Sonaker right now still at his own game here, still doing his own thing. He's in third right now, but Robert Kahn passes him on by there and has a chance here to really start to make some headway and do some damage here. Carry it on through they go here, on by and around they go. Everyone's still at their best, at their spot. Cooper Rollins currently a lap down after going in pit side here. Now, Big Smoke, Jonathan Atkins going to go to the inside line around Shane Ledoux in that 55. The Mellow Yellow lets him by. And the Custom Indy Works machine gets right on down about turn 1 and 2 and makes a nice jump to get back into the race lead. Chantel, the throttle Pottle, currently in the 6th slot right now, ahead there, trying to make some headways here. As Sidney Taylor right now in that 7 bursting on through. To give you guys a little update here on Christopher No Shit Don't Call him Pit Pendle. I'm getting word from the crew chief of his right now. He unfortunately suffered a issue with the transmission off the start. So what they had to do is they had to try to go in and try to actually tune up a few bolts in there and try to get it to work. And unfortunately the car was just not running right and nothing was going right, so they decided we're just going to go in and get out of there. Nonetheless, tough right there for No Shit Don't Call him Pit Pendle. As they bring it on through here now, here comes the 11 of Warren Young in 84. Matthew Hopper as Hopper. I would say he saw a little red because he was charging like a bull. The Red Bull 84 machine makes a nice pass on around, carrying on through down around turn 1, back on into turn 2 here. Some drivers out here, man, I'm kind of watching, and they are just currently just kind of laying low, doing their own thing, and it seems to actually be working for them here. Alford has been one of those guys, I've said it all along, and I've said it all season. If he can get it dialed in and get it figured out, he will become a champion, for sure. And he proved that right to me, at least, when he won there last week. Robert Kahn, the rattlesnake, currently in 2nd slot yet again. Jonathan Atkins currently got a good sized lead on him again. And Atkins, man, he has just been on a roll. If he's not in the lead, it's because he's usually in pit road. Everybody else has been trying to figure out how to match that. And he has just been on it tonight. Haven't really seen any bobbles or mistakes. Yeah, we've seen a few get into the wall a little bit and some get kind of all over the place. But I haven't really seen any huge dilemmas or issues that are going to cause them a race loss. Everybody's been pretty stable here tonight in these Bright Suns. Right now, they bring it on the front straightaway here. Taylor, the Pride of Texas, McCarthy, working it on by there with Cooper Rollins, the 13 Gravedigger machine. Rollins trying to hold that bottom line away from McCarthy, but you know the Pride of Texas is going to say something else to that in a minute. He's going to bring it down the back straightaway here, looking for a run, looking for a seam. Here we go, on board we go, charged up, charge it in, bring it down, here she goes. McCarthy makes a nice pass out of turn 4, but Rollins does not hold off. Rollins defends the bottom, trying to defend the top now, but McCarthy has got the full throttle assault in her power. She has gained the rhythm and momentum to take over the 5th slot. They're still a lap down, though, if you can believe that. Jonathan Atkins, Robert Kahn, Sidney Taylor, and Lance Brandlinger are the only drivers not to be a lap down at the moment. There's Atkins right there, and you can see McCarthy. She's desperately trying to cling on to what she can here to get back up to him here. 33 laps left in this one here. Not a lot of give and not a lot of mistakes here. Through and through they go here, down around to the back straightaway out of turn 2 here. Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins currently having his way with this one and not giving anybody a spot in this one or any chance here. Shane Ledoux, man, he's just, I don't know what it is about Shane Ledoux though, but guys, he just seems like he has a tough struggle with these cars sometimes, or any car. He has a good heart and a good mindset, but unfortunately when the going gets tough, it just seems like he can't quite get that car to work as hard as he wants to or work as well as he needs to. And he's been fighting it. He's even admitted to me flat out, like, yeah, I know, it sucks. But, you know, I'm not one to quit, and I'm not going to give up, so I might as well keep trying, right? And that is definitely the right mindset to have any time out there. The good wrench number 3 of Lance Brantlinger, currently still on his own right now. Turn it on third round, turn 3 back on down into turn 4 here. The 20 of Jeffrey Oaks currently still ahead in this one here of Brantlinger, but we're going to go to a quick commercial break because we got to say one little word to our sponsors yet again. We'll be right back here with more Pedal to the Metal Racing League of the ARCA Series. Tonight's race sponsored in part by, of course, our good friends over at Matt Mills Racing Team. The best Xfinity team out there is sponsoring and supporting Pedal to the Metal Racing League this season. If you want to support Matt Mills Racing today, be sure to follow them up at Matt Mills Racing on Facebook and Twitter. By Mid-City's Air Conditioning and Heating. Ever find yourself in need of a little heating and cooling? Need it to be fixed in Keller or Richland, Texas? Stop on over to Mid-City's Air Conditioning and Heating. They'll get the job done right the first time. By Affordable SEO and Marketing. With services provided like web design, pay-per-click advertising, logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pins, candy, and more, it's time you outrank your competition online today. By Amber's Floral Creations. If you're looking for that special flowers for that special someone, be sure to visit and call up Amber's Floral Creations at 321-228-3135. Whoa, 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 whoa! We got trouble on the turn here. Front stretch got trouble. Big trouble here. We were going through the sponsors here, and something went wrong there with Jeffrey Oaks in the 20. I thought I saw Shane Ledoux there as well. Let's go to the PTM Instant Replay and find out more about this one here. What the heck just happened here? We were trying to call the sponsors and talk here, and right here, whoa! Jeffrey Oaks, man, he just got loose and tagged Chantel hard there. Ow! And Ian Yeager, oh my lord. He just took a full throttle assault there to Oaksy. Let's go on board here with the 999 and just find out what the heck happened here. Let's go on board here. We're going to take the onboard camera here of Ian Yeager. Let's take a look at this one. So you'll see him coming around out of turn 3. And take a close up turn 4. You can see it happened there. I don't know if his spotter missed it. Looks like he already saw it. He was trying to figure out where to go, and unfortunately just didn't have time to get out of that one. Front hood comes off. Everything tampered up and destroyed on that. Now we're going to go on board here with Jeffrey Oaks and show you what he saw when he got into Pottlez there on tail. Looks like he was trying to work it on in the inside line. Unfortunately, still tagged her on by. Oh! And then that scary sight just came and got him. 3 cars involved in that one, unfortunately, but they do have an instant repair ready to go. I believe none of them had to use it. Not what you wanted to see if you're Jonathan Atkins or if you're Cindy Taylor or Brantlinger, because now that gives a chance to some of these other drivers here. Well, real quick, we'll get them situated out, rack and stack and all that, and then we'll be right back. We'll be right back here with some more Pedal to the Metal Racing League. As mentioned before, tonight's race also sponsored in part by our good friends over at Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts. Bob's Custom Trophies is supplying up the trophies for the winners of each season. If you're looking to get the best hardware set up your way, visit up www.bobscustomtrophies.com today. And also go ahead and visit them up also to check out their gifts, decorations, decor for a friend's, family, or special member in your life. Be sure to get them something from bobscustomtrophies.com. And of course, as I mentioned before, if you heard me say it, hardware-wise, yes, that is legit. That each one will get one. The winner of each series will get one of those trophies there. And I would love to have that on my mantle, I'll tell you that much. By simracingmerch.com, the one-stop shop for all your sim racing merchandise needs, includes shirts, hats, mugs, and more. Be sure to visit simracingmerch.com today to get your sim racing swag on. And by our good friends over at Pottlez Wrapz, looking to have your car or truck match your vehicle style on the track? Then be sure to hit up Pottlez Wrapz for just that. At such a low and affordable price, you can get your creation brought to life on the track. So what are you waiting for? Visit Pottlez Wrapz today to bring your ideas to life. As we get them worked on around and situated out here. Whoops. If the cameraman would stop changing positions like he's not supposed to be. This one about 26 laps left in the books. This will be about 24 when we get back to green here. Big Smoke Jonathan Atkins has pretty much dominated this one since the start, but now he's a little bit in trouble of losing this one and losing some ground up, although I am not trying to jinx him at all. I'm just saying what I see right now, which is he's got a whole host of drivers ready to take him on here. We'll see how the players play out here and currently how their strategy is on this pit fuel, because I gotta believe right now their strategies were all about that long run area and that long run time, but now it's completely changed on them. Atkins will have the race lead though, and the 3 of Lance Brantlinger will be in second with McCarthy on back. Rest of our field kind of trying to get situated out here. Taylor coming on up. Looks like she's trying to get lined up into position here. Looks like actually it will be her in second place. Brantlinger, nope, Brantlinger will get his second slot, so looks like just a little bit of confusion. See Cindy Taylor actually kind of waving her hand out the window. It's like, what's going on? I thought I was here. No, technically on the scoreboard here we got you as 4th. Kayla McCarthy in 3rd right now, but looks like that's not the case either. So Brantlinger on this restart, he's got a pretty good chance here to make Atkins work for this. We'll see how this restart plays into these drivers here. This is not over yet, folks. This is far, far from over. So they'll bring it on around here. Rollins has got the lucky dog, and they're telling him to get it by as we get one more caution out. We want to get the drivers situated back on in. Boy, you can just feel the momentum and the power these cars have. Everybody getting situated out here. I wish you guys could see the intensity on their faces and their eyes right now. All that heart, blood pumping to the sky. You can tell they want this one. They really want it. After a long, hard season of one driver dominating, last week things changed and it seemed like everything kind of came into a different pursuit. If there's any driver, though, in my opinion, that would want to win more than anything, it's definitely Big Smoke Jonathan Atkins in that 17 machine. I say that because of one reason. Last time out at New Smyrna, when he had that little scuffle out of turn 4 and lost everything, he told me earlier today, I did not like what I did. I hated myself for it, and I haven't been able to sleep at night just thinking about it. I want to end this curse and get another race win in, and I'd like to do it in the ARCA series. I've done it in Street Stocks a little bit. I had fun there, but let's be honest. All I want to do is win in the ARCA series just one time and possibly push my ticket to a championship win. So out of turn 3, on in turn 4 here. The drivers get ready to go here and battle it on back. No time to waste here. No time for error. No time for mistakes. Pace car, get the heck off the track. It's time to go racing yet again here out of turn 4. They'll bring him on by. Restart zone coming their way. They're looking for the green. Looking for that start, and the green flag's out. Through they go here. Almost a 3. Wide salute right out of the gate. Robert Kahn, the Rattlesnake, trying to get up there quickly to get to Atkins before it's too late. He knows the writing's on the wall. Jeffrey Oaks, that Budweiser machine getting a little bit loose. There's a 3 wide salute. Wait a minute! Trouble in turn 2. Oh, man! And Dustin Slonaker takes a lick and a half there out of McCarthy. Something gone wrong with Chantel, the Throttle Bottle, and the Pride of Texas McCarthy. Both getting into something there, a little scruffle, unfortunately costing them dearly. Let's go to the replay and find out what happened here. Fresh tires, and looks like Chantel just got a little loose, and unfortunately the car couldn't hold. Oh man, and Slonaker just takes a lick, man. Oh my goodness. Let's go on board here with Slonaker and just show you what he was seeing when that happened there. Watch this, folks. See Chantel try to save it. Unfortunately, it was too late. Car couldn't go. Thinks he's in the clear, and then, oh man. Unfortunately, not what he wanted to do there. Not by a long shot. Damaged up on that 66 machine, and Chantel as well. Damaged up badly. Kayla McCarthy heading pit side here as well, trying to get it back on around. Oh man. Well, I gotta say, I gotta be apologetic and say to everybody, I'm sorry I gave him the broadcaster curse. I said there was no caution out for quite a while, and all of a sudden we try to do a little commercial break, and then a sudden crash happened. Everything goes to a wild mess. So as the drivers will get situated out here and bring them on around, guys and gals at home. Currently we have 20 laps to go once they get passed by this time. I gotta say we're gonna be at 18 laps when we go green flag running again, so this now is becoming a shootout, which that's not good if you're in the Jonathan Atkins spot, because he can't go back in and get a fresh set of tires, which means that can open the door up to a few drivers here and really give them a chance. Cindy Taylor in that 7 machine. Matthew Hofford in the 84. The 3 of Lance Brandlinger and that 17 of Jonathan Atkins. All drivers looking to try to stale pace and take pace here. It looks like Jeffrey Oaks is going to go in pit side there, and he opted not to. Maybe a little just mind games, if you will. 13 of Cooper Rollins, that Gravedigger machine. We haven't talked much about him, but man, if he can get this one going, he has a good chance here to actually get something up there. You know, he's not out of it yet. Robert the Rattlesnake Khan, 6 right now, and you know of anything right now, he's just wanting to get back into this. I will though say, folks, as we keep progressing in our seasons and progressing on with everything else here at Pedal to the Metal Racing League, we will see these drivers get situated into different cars, different stuff as time goes on, so always be ready and aware of that. Last season we showcased the street stocks, we showcased the legend cars. That was an interesting first season to say the least here. Obviously some wild and crazy moments, some great moments as well. But in my humble opinion, it wasn't until later in the half that we truly saw what these drivers are capable of and what they can do in those cars, because they finally got a feel for it. This season though, it was a whole different game and mindset. Everybody that could would always go in and practice. They'd get some practice in on each track. They would figure out everything and every little key factor to the car and the setup. And I can tell you right now, that's made a huge difference from where these drivers were to where they're at now. And it showcases a lot. They're getting faster each time out. I've had the privilege of running with some of these guys and gals on the official races. And let me tell you, I mean, they're tough to beat on asphalt. I have a chance on dirt. But when they're on asphalt, more than likely these guys are going to get me, and I expect them to at least stay in the top 5 in a rank B or rank A class. So they will situate him on around turn 1 here. Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins in the Indy Custom 17 machine. The 3 of Lance Brandlinger and the Good Wrench number 3 Dale Earnhardt Sr. Tributes. The 84 of Matthew Hoffert and the Red Bull car. The number 7 of Cindy Taylor's Old Ride and that camoed up beast. The 13 of the Gravediggers Cooper Rollins there. And then to his outside, the pride of Texas, the hometown girl, Kayla McCarthy, looking to possibly get herself into victory lane finally. And what a way to do it. She has a lot of drivers, though, she's got to get up to. But you know one thing, she ain't going to quit. She ain't going to give up. They'll bring him on around out of turn 3. They will rocket him by out of turn 4. And this time around, we're going green. Pace car sets him up. Pace car gets him ready. Tension mounting, tension building. Tighten the car up a little bit, tighten up those seat belts, tighten your grip on the wheel, and say one thing to yourself: let's just put the pedal to the metal right now. Here we go! Green flags back in the air. 18 laps left in this one here, and off that start, Brantlinger having a pretty decent start there with Atkins. Couldn't quite get around him and bringing him out and route out at turn one, back out in turn 2 here. The good wrench number 3 of Brantlinger still in the hunt, still trying to battle it on by here. Side by side goes Chantel, the throttle, Pottle, and Robert Kahn. That's right now. Jeffrey Oaks in the 20 goes battling it out with the 99 of Ian Yeager. Yeager trying to hold his own, trying to stay in this one here. They kind of throttle it out. Robert Kahn now having a little bit of a push bump there on Oaks. Oaksy gets in there, and now Ian Yeager! Oh my goodness, Ian Yeager takes a whole host of them after getting into the wall there on the front straightaway, and more trouble coming for everybody. Oh, I gotta believe Atkins right now is not too happy about this one. He's just gotta be infuriated that this keeps happening to him. He just wants to get this one situated out and ended already. Let's go on to the camera shot here and take a look at the replay from another angle. Yeager gets right in the wall. He's trying to get off that, and it's like super glue though. Shane Ledoux not realizing where he was at, and unfortunately takes the rest of the field for a ride there. Head on over and show you what happened on Shane Ledoux's part here and see where everything went wrong for him as well. This is where Chantel and Robert and Warren are going to get into it as well. Shane having to go to the outside line, try to hold his own. Tags him in, gets tagged about. Oh, and it's a little spin in the bottle for Shane Ledoux, unfortunately. Well, that's not the kind of spin in the bottle he wanted to do. Let's go on board here real quick with Chantel and see where the heck she saw everything going on down. They do have at least one instant repair left, so they're not just out of this just yet, folks. Here it is. Boom. Oh. Try to hold it off and save it. Gets into Warren there, and car kind of situates it back out, but that was definitely not what they had in mind there. Oh my goodness, folks. Well, and wait a minute, I think I just heard a motor go on one of them here. I thought I did anyway. It looks like got Robert Kahn and Cindy Taylor going in pit road. Warren goes in there and Ledoux as well. Jeffrey Oaks out of that one. He's back around. Time is running out. James Griffin had to call it quits here tonight, unfortunately. A sore back, unfortunately, causing some stress in his tendons and everything, so he cannot continue on. He's telling us to let everyone know though at home that he appreciates everyone's support and hopes that they can forgive it himself to let him run a little bit more. But I can tell you one thing, James, you've been running pretty good for the season. Just keep on with it, buddy, and hold out a little longer, brother. Hopefully the back gets okay and the car gets settled in one day. I believe we'll be at 13 or 12 laps to go before we go green flag racing now. This is starting to get very, very interesting, folks, because Atkins right now on a long run is unstoppable. But a short run right now could play into the favor of somebody else here. I'm not going to pick names, and I'm not choosing favorites here at all here, but I do like the way that McCarthy has been as of late, because considering where she strategized on that start, she's got a little bit fresher tires here, and I think the cautions are kind of working more towards her advantage here. I think on this restart, if she's going to make a move to get the race win, she's going to do it 5 laps to go if the caution doesn't come out. And you better not be tuning out either, folks. You better be keeping on with us here just a little longer. This one could be a photo finish. This one could be a crazy finish. We've seen some insane finishes here. Who can get the Green Mountain Grills Fast and Fun Truck Series going at it here with a chaotic mess to the end? Or how about the Champion Power Equipment Fast and Fun Cup Series with an incredible race that only you can see to believe here on PTM Racing TV. Everybody has a spot. Everybody has a chance here to try to take this win away from Jonathan Atkins. But we all know that that custom Indiana RC car machine of Jonathan Atkins has no intention of losing this one up. We'll work them on by, guys, and it's next time around. It's going to be initiating a 1 to go. Atkins looking to hopefully secure victory for the first time in the ARCA. Lance Brandlinger looking to try to make up for what happened at Daytona, where he cost himself a chance at the win. Matthew Hoffer in the Red Bull 84 looking to possibly secure his name into the double winners booth and go back-to-back in a different one in each series. And then, of course, Kayla, the pride of Texas McCarthy. Let's be honest, we're in Texas. She's looking for her race win in finally here on her home state. We'll get them situated out here, guys, and bring them on around. This next time by, we see to it we get the cars up and the stars and the cars back on out for some more green flag racing. This is anybody's chance, anybody's moment. Can Atkins control the short run? Will Brandlinger be able to make a pass by him? Will Hoffer finally go back-to-back out of 2 different series? Can the pride of Texas win in her home state and win her first ARCA series race? Or will we see something crazy happen between Rollins and Robert Kahn? It's hard to tell. There's only one way to find out, though. We're going to get him off this restart here. They'll bring him on fourth round, turn 3, back on down, turn 4 here. And once they get this one situated out here, we're going green flag racing again. Turn 4 tells the tale. We get him on by here. We tell the pace car to bamboos. And now it's time to initiate this one. Here we go to the front straightaway. Waiting for the green. Brandlinger kind of trying to lay low. Not the start he was looking for, though. Atkins gets a good start off that one. And McCarthy was definitely waiting for Lance to go. He didn't go. Or did he? Brandlinger to the inside now. Defends off Matthew Hoffer in the 84 Red Bull machine. They bring it on down around out of turn 1, back down turn 2. Hoffer trying to stay clear of trouble. Here comes the pride of Texas. Atkins knows he's in trouble. Lance Brandlinger's got a run and a half coming. And so does the rattlesnake Robert Kahn out of turn 3 and 4. The 47 Mopar machine there of Robert trying to pull up a little Mopar magic around that 24 of McCarthy. McCarthy trying to defend. Around out of turn 1 they go here. McCarthy defends it on by and about. Trying to hold pace and time here. Still making it work. Robert Kahn trying to get payback on McCarthy for a Thursday night. Almost a 3-wide salute there. Not quite going to happen there. Robert Kahn is still desperately trying to make a move there. It looks like trouble there between McCarthy and Robert. Big trouble. Oh, no. Rollins in there, and so is Oaksey. Oh, my goodness. A lot of drivers involved in that one, and unfortunately brings the caution out again. And definitely not the way you wanted to see that one go down, but let's go to the replay and find out what happened to McCarthy. Did Robert get into her? That's the question. Let's see it again. Let's take a close look. Coming into the turn. McCarthy tries to defend off. And to me, from my point of view, McCarthy just kind of spun herself around. Unfortunately, we'll go on board here with Robert. Not what she wanted to do at all, unfortunately, but you know, that's just kind of the way they race sometimes. It just kind of has to happen. Yep, right there. McCarthy gets into it. Hofford, unfortunately, losing all the ground and time up, and that cost everybody dearly there. Robert Kahn now moving up a few spots, and I definitely know Jonathan Atkins didn't want to see that right now. He's got to go in pit road here. He tried to make tires and fuel strategy work. It did not come into play. Now Lance Brandlinger has the chance of a lifetime to win this one. And Robert Kahn is looking to try and get back the win he felt he was owed a couple of weeks ago. But Cindy Taylor is now right behind him, and we all know what she's capable of. She has yet to win on the circuit, but she is a season champion. She won in the Legends Series back in Season 1 here just a couple of months ago, managing to hold off a lot of drivers and a lot of tough hombres for that one. Ian Yeager, he's got some serious damage on that rear. So does Jeffrey Oaks. I'm surprised they have not gone in pit road for an instant repair yet. I'm thinking they're trying to stay out there so that way no one else can kind of mess with that situation. The rest of our field working it on through here. Everyone coming back out. McCarthy getting that car situated out. And I gotta believe there was a lot of pressure on her tonight to try to win. She obviously she's got her wife in the comment section right now with us in the booth right now watching by. She's here in her home track. She's on a track that honestly she loves to run and loves to take on. And unfortunately, just, you know, not living up to the Pride of Texas's motto and her style. And it just, you know, it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. But you can't beat yourself over it. I've been in her shoes before. I know what it feels like. I've had so many times when I was running these cars or I was running a series, I come so close, maybe like 1 or 2 laps left to go. And all of a sudden, I just spin it on around or I lose it. And I'm just beating myself over the head thinking, why did I do that? What happened? You know, it's just one of those things, man. You have to understand. It's tough. It can happen. Jonathan Atkins is now on a fresh set of tires. And let me tell you something. Robert Kahn knows he's going to try to get him here. Brandlinger knows he's got to stay out of that sight and out of mind and hope he can pray for this one to win. This is going to be interesting to folks. This is going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to outdo the other, who's going to be able to outpace the other here. And with only 5 laps to go on this restart, oh boy, I would not want to be a driver in that seat right about now. So they'll come on around here at around turn 3 and turn 4. Everybody is ready. Everybody wants that opportunity. They want to finally get they want to get a race win in here. We're going to have a new winner in here either way, but will it be a new overall winner or will it be a former champion winner here? You've got Lance Brandlinger in that 3 Goodwrench machine, the reigning season champion for street stocks. You got the 47 of Robert Kahn in the Mopar 47 machine. A former world champion here from the Heat Series. The 7 is Cindy Taylor, the reigning legend champion from Season 1. Jonathan Atkins, a former champion in the Heat Series, now trying to make his mark in the iRacing circuit. Matthew Hoffert never won a series or any championship, but up a couple of weeks ago won his first in dirt, and just Thursday night won it in the Asphalt Series on the late models. And Warren Young, the Monster Energy beast, desperately out to claim and show everyone around the world he's not just a heat racer and he can fight with the best of them on any platform. Folks, if you haven't already, share this one around for these final 5 laps. It is time to bring the drivers to life one more time. The stars and the cars will rocket their way through on the front stretch, looking to try and claim victory here tonight. Turn 3 into 4. They go. Oh, the anxiety starts to build. The momentum starting to kick in. The feel is there. You can cut the tension with a knife. Everybody wants this one so badly here. Lance Brandlinger will tall it off. He sets the tone. Looking for the green flag. Here we go. Robert Kahn didn't even get off the line there. Jonathan Atkins getting put back there. And the 7 is Cindy Taylor trying desperately to hang with him. Lance Brandlinger is going to have himself about a 2 car length of lead on him. And here at Texas, that's definitely saying something. But right now the draft's starting to get back on and around. They go. Warren Young trying to help out McCarthy and help himself here to stay in this one. Robert Kahn now is starting to close the gap there on Brandlinger. 4 laps to go. This could be a wild, crazy finish. Coming down the wire, Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins has led this one pretty much all the way through. He's not leading it now. Lance Brandlinger is in trouble. Here comes Robert Kahn. To the inside line he goes. Here now Atkins going to come out 3 wide salute. Back on around out of turn 2. They go to the back straightaway. Robert Kahn trying to hold up while Jonathan Atkins now works it on through. Atkins to the inside there of Lance Brandlinger. Robert's got to try to defend the bottom. Atkins needs it. 3 laps to go. Can Atkins try to get a run like he did earlier on the outside from Robert? He's going to figure it out here out of turn 1. Back on in turn 2. He gets a little high there. Lance Brandlinger now back on the attack. Cindy the Closer Taylor looking to live up to her mantra and her nickname here. Lance Brandlinger, Cindy Taylor falling further and further back. 2 laps to go. Green flags high in the air. We trade that one in for a white flag this next time by. Robert Kahn is desperate to finally win a ARCA Series race here and get back the points he feels he's owed. Jonathan Atkins looking to try to make a pass by. Robert's going to defend. Down low, turn 3 we go. Down turn 4. The white flags coming out this next time by. You can see the lights going on up on the 47 there. A bit of Robert Kahn. The Rattlesnake looks for one more time around with the white flag out. I don't know if Atkins is going to get it here. He's going to try to build that momentum up. You can see him on that onboard. He's charging. He's full throttle assault to the outside of Robert. The outside line here now around turn 3. We've seen this before. Side by side, they carry him through. Atkins tries to hold it. Can Robert get him out of the exit? Turn, front stretch. Robert Kahn will get his race win in the ARCA by a car length. Jonathan Atkins will get second, and Cindy Taylor with third. What a finish. Woo! The Rattlesnake, I hate saying it, has struck again. And this time the cautions actually played into his favor. Jonathan Atkins right now has got to be questioning, why did I deserve this? But he can't say anything other than a good race to Robert Kahn. Atkins, always a tough favorite and a tough driver out on the track. He can't be too mad about that finish, but you can just definitely tell Robert Kahn is happy about this one. Finally, the Mopar 47 machine gets his victory. He's wanted this one for so long. He told me earlier today, I just want to win this one. I just want to win, man. I just want to finally end this darn bloody curse. And I've finally done it. Indeed he has. Burns it out here. Long stretch burnout in his case. Jeffrey Oaks congratulating him. It was a long, hard fought and a long, hard battle all the way to the end. But Robert Kahn and the Mopar 47 machine is your race winner here tonight. As we get situated out here, guys, we're going to go ahead down to pit side here. I'll be right back. We'll begin to talk with our drivers. I think Robert's going to try to pull the whole race in reverse now. No, I guess not. I guess he thought otherwise. Thought, nah, that's not a very smart idea. I should probably lay low now and just let it be. Well, folks, we now have Jonathan Atkins joining us on in the booth here in a minute. Here, let's go ahead and have a chit-chat with him. Right now, joining us in here, the booth here, finishing second, and my opinion, definitely fought his way all the way through to the end. It's Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins in the 17 machine. Jonathan, I know you were winning that one. You were racing hard all the way through, but it came up just a little bit short. But nevertheless, you can't help but pat yourself on the back for a hard run to the end there, buddy.
Yeah, I took tires there with 5 to go and wanted to be on offense instead of defense, and just couldn't quite get past Arcon there at the end. Me and him both had a heck of a race the first part of the race, and he got shuffled back and kind of rode around by myself for a little while, and then so so it was fitting for me and him to race it out at the end.
For sure there, man. And I mean, you had nothing left to gain or give there, I mean, to the end, but it seemed like at that last corner out of turn 1 to turn 2, I should say, not necessarily saying you didn't have gain, but you had a lot to gain, as what I was trying to say, and you were just full throttle assaulting that thing on your on the onboard camera, and we thought going into turn 3 and 4, like, man, this could be yours or his. It could go either way, and Robert just had it just by less than a car length on you, man. What was going through your mind there when you're going to turn 3 and 4?
Yeah, I wasn't lifting, and I had a little bobble right in the center of 3 and 4, and got up a little higher than I needed to, and that was all. That's all it took. I had used that move a couple times early in the race, and I just gave it up a little bit right there at the end. So.
Absolutely, for sure. But nonetheless, here Atkins, a finish here in second place. What do you want to say to your friends and family out there, buddy?
I just want to thank Sticky Icky and Little Indy RC Speedway and my smoking hot wife.
All right, man. Well, nonetheless, here was a good run and a good race, and I think the smoking hot wife can be happy about this one here tonight. But nevertheless, my man, congratulations here on a second place finish, and we'll see you next time out, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher, Jonathan Atkins in the 17 machine. All right, real quick now, we'll bring in our race winner here tonight, Robert Kahn. Robert, ooh, I don't know what's going through your mind here, buddy, but you had to fight all the way through to this one and try to save this one, buddy. Robert, you got to get undeafened there, bud. You're deafened right now. I can't hear anything you're saying. Now you put it on mute. Just a minute here, folks. He's a bit of an old timer, so he doesn't quite know everything off the top of his head. All right, so looks nope. We still don't have you, Robert. Here, hold on a minute. Try to have him join us on in this next chat here. All right, Robert, can you talk now, bud? How about now? No, still nothing. Here, go ahead and back onto the party chat, and I'll get you there. Trying to talk with folks on the Discord stuff, folks. It can be a little hard, so just be aware of that. All right, let's try this again. Any nothing? No, still nothing. Okay, just back out real quick, and then try to do another chit chat here while we get you situated out. Okay. So, guys, this really has been a good race here and a good run all the way through. She joins us back in. Let's see if we can get him this time.
How about now?
Hey, there you go. It looked like you had it on mute there, buddy.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, hey. Well, let's go over the question here, man. Man, I don't know what the heck you had to do there at the end to hold that one out, but you fought all the way through there with Atkins to get that race win in. What a finish.
Yeah, that was good. Me and him had a good fight at the beginning, and a lap car, I guess, maybe tapped the wall, and I got in the back of him, and it destroyed the front of my car, and I fell about 8 seconds back. So I was playing some fuel strategy games, and then the cautions came out, and it just kind of worked out perfect. It was fun, good race, but I didn't think it was going to turn out that way.
No, we didn't either on the chat here. I think we were kind of figuring like what was going to happen there to the end, and yet it just kind of changed in at the end towards your stuff, and it really worked your way through there at the end.
Yeah, I took tires when I took my last set of tires at the second to last caution, so I had fresh tires. I just maybe had one lap of green on them, so that's the only thing. If it went green, I don't think I would have held Atkins off. He was faster, but good win overall.
Absolutely, indeed. Well, nonetheless here, Robert, I got to ask you, you finished hard and you finished strong. You managed to pick up your first victory here in the ARCA for the Pedal Metal Racing League Series. Who do you want to thank you for that one, buddy?
Bob's Custom Trophies, McConey Setups, Matt Mills Racing. He had a good season this year. Shout out to him on that. And that's about it, man. I appreciate you do a hell of a job on announcing, and so I thank you for mostly. So, but other than that, man, good race.
I just do the easy stuff. Y'all do the hard stuff. But nevertheless, here, y'all did a great job here tonight, and congratulations here on that finish, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here tonight, Robert Kahn in that 47 machine. And as always, we must now call it quits for the night. We love you and thank you guys again. But before we go, let's go ahead and have a word to our sponsors one more time. Over, of course, at our good friends to Matt Mills Racing, to Mid-Cities Air Conditioning and Heating, at Affordable SEO and Marketing, at Amber's Floral Creations LLC, at Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts, at simracingmerch.com, and then, of course, to Pottlez Wrapz for sponsoring this season and this series all the way to the end. Folks, that's going to wrap it up here tonight for our action coverage here at Texas Motor Speedway. The next time we see you guys will be Thursday night for the Pedal to the Metal Racing League series on that circuit for them anyway, for the late models. But don't fear not, tomorrow night live exclusively on YouTube for the very last time, we will be joined in with the Rev Limit Racing Series, and they will be giving us one more show, one more battle. It's at Pocono on the 2.5 mile long track. You don't want to miss the Tricky Triangle Season Championship for those drivers because it's going to be something to say the least. But from all of us here at PTM Racing TV, thank you again, everybody. We love you. We appreciate you. Be safe out there. Take care. God bless. Good night, everyone.